If you're an independent dispatcher or you wanted to become an independent freight dispatcher, you get a lot of tips and tactics and strategies from this video. Welcome everybody. So in today's video, we'll be talking about how to find freight for the box trucks. Quick disclaimer, we are not specialized in the box truck market. We are specialized in the flatbed market, but we get a lot of questions as far as, Kamal, can you do a video as far as box truck? So we'll be talking about the market, and obviously we'll be talking about advantages and disadvantages going into this business. We have quite a bit of experience using load boards, and what we did is that we contacted our friends and families who are in the box truck business, and we have a lot of students that they are in the box truck business, and they are carriers as well as they're independent freight dispatchers. So we contacted them and asked about tips and tactics and strategies, and then we have our tactics, strategies. If you're independent dispatcher or you wanted to become an independent freight dispatcher, you get a lot of tips and tactics and strategies from this video. I'll be sharing my screen. We'll log into DAT Power. So I'll log into my load board. And again, please, if you have questions, let me know. And so we'll just go ahead and talk about box truck. So for those of you who don't know the box truck, so this is how it looks. They're different sizes. Don't be confused with drive-in. Drive-in is this one. So this is different. This is the box truck. Why people go into this market is because it's scalable. And going into this business is very easy. You can find box truck very cheap. That is advantage. So it's scalable. You can jump into this business and you don't need a lot of capital to start this business. But the disadvantage is finding loads for this type of trucks. It's hard. It's not a well-known load board. This is the Power load board. Many of you get the subscription. And by the way, if you wanted to get a subscription, there will be links below this video. So you can find DAT Power, how you can join or buy the subscription for DAT Power. And then if you use my link, it will be like 30 days free trial you can start. So when you log in, this is basically what you see. I'll just quickly touch a couple of tabs here, but if you wanted to go in-depth learning about this, I have another video. It's in-depth load board training. So this Power load board is a little bit expensive. It's about $150 per month. There is Trucker's Edge Pro, which is about $100. As you can see, it's a Power load board. Right off the bat, we're not going into details. We're not talking about tools, but what we'll go into do is that we'll talk about these important tabs, and then I'll be showing you how you can use our tactics and strategies, how you can find loads for your box truck. Obviously, these two, post loads and search loads, these two are for the brokers, and it makes sense. Brokers, they have loads. Brokers, they search for trucks. So if I'm a broker, what I'll do is that I will click here, post loads, and whatever the loads I have, I'll just make those entries. And these two tabs are actually for carriers and independent freight dispatchers. So 99% of the time, you'll be using these two tabs. The important thing here is to post your trucks for your carriers. So if you're an independent freight dispatcher, you will be using this by clicking here and then posting your truck. And this is how it looks, right? So you starting by where your truck is and then where you're going. Maybe you can put anywhere, and then the type of truck, what are you looking for? Is it partial load or full load, and etc. Right? So we're not going into detail because, as I said, I have a video about this. So why you're posting? Because as you can see, brokers using only these two tabs, as I said. So if you post trucks, then when they have a freight or loads, then they'll be searching trucks. So then if you post a truck, then your trucks will show up when brokers searching for trucks. So that is really, really important. And we'll go to search loads. This is where the magic happens. Right after the bat, when you purchase your subscription, a lot of people, what I realize is new coming independent freight dispatchers, and there are some carriers that they don't know how to use when it comes to box truck. Obviously, these load boards, which is truckstop.com, and then this Power load board, which is DAT Solutions products, they're market are bigger trucks. So we're looking for the box truck loads. First thing first, the truck, and we will have the origin, we have destination, we have availability, we have the deadhead, and then deadhead origin, and then deadhead destination, and then it's full or partial load. When you put as far as your truck goes, the truck type, so you must tackle this only, then you will have this drop down menu and you will get more information here, right? So if we click any, as you can see what we have limited. So So we have these, and obviously we will have the vans, and then we will have flatbeds, and we have reefers. These are the three biggest markets. And obviously then the fourth one is the car hauling. You must tackle this only, as you can see, right? So you switch to only, and now you have more options. So when I say more options and scroll down, you will see that there is a straight box truck. So you click on that, and then this is where I learned a couple of tactics from other carriers. They also choose van hotshot, and then obviously we have origin. So here's another tactic. So if you really wanted to see how many loads we have right now, for example, and obviously maybe today will be less searches because today is Friday. So what you will do is that maybe you're an experienced dispatcher, maybe you're not. But if you're a beginner, what you will do is that you will put origin. For example, you will put Atlanta, let's say Georgia. And as far as destination goes, maybe you will putting like Houston, for example, right? So we'll do Houston, Texas, and then searching, okay, for box truck, let's do today and tomorrow. And origin deadhead, you will be putting like maybe 150, maybe 250. Let's do 250. And I'll be explaining this in detail, just bear with me. And then FP stands for, what are you looking for? Is it the partial load? Is it the full load? And then what you do is that you search for both. So when it comes to length, the size of the truck, what we'll do is for 26-foot box truck, let's say. And as far as weight goes, and what I know is that it should be less than 10,000 pounds, because if it's going above, the gross weight goes above the 10,000 pounds, then you need commercial driver license, which is CDL. Then you will put, let's say, 10,000, click search. What do you see? You have about 1, 2, 3, 4 matches, for example, or total results, I would say. Box truck business is not for me. Finding loads for this is really hard. So what should I do? So now we'll be using tactics and strategies. And for this, we'll be using the DAT Zip Zone. So this is basically zones in the United States, right? So they're total of 10, but they start from 0, like Z0 and then Z1, but total of their 10 zones. Think of it that way. Each zone will include several states. So as you can see, Z0 over here has these 7 states. And then obviously Z3, it will have about 5 states. What I will do is that this is another tactic. So if you're taking notes, what I'll do is that I will include all of the zones. So we'll come back and edit this. So now instead of origin, so I want to see how many loads right now. I will start including these zones. So it's Z0, Z1, and it goes Z3, Z4, Z5, Z6, Z7, Z8, Z9, and we have total of 10 zones. So this is what we're doing. We're doing a research. And this is the third component into this. And this is really important. This is another strategy. So you don't put any destination, you just leave as a blank, because we want to see how many loads out there. And obviously we do, yes, we need both. We need 26 box truck. And then as far as weight, what I'll do, again, you can leave as it is, but I will just leave as a blank. So now we have 4 results right now. So when I do hit this search, this is what happens. And again, there won't be not many, I would say, loads, because today is a Friday, but we did yesterday's searches. We found about 7,000 loads pop. So right off the bat, what do you see? You have this age, when it was posted, pickup, truck type. Obviously, as you can see, this is for box truck, origin, destination, and then the company, contact, length, and then weight. Well, what I will do is that click on this rate, so to see which lane pays the best. So as you can see, now we have the 6,500, right, 6,300, and the 6,000, and list goes on and on. Now you can see, okay, this broker posts loads in this lane. As you can see, the length is 12, and then we have 26, and then we have obviously the weight. Now this will be maybe, let's say, full load for the box truck. But we have what we call is the less than truckload or the partial load. So what will happen is that you will make, or your carrier will make, more money if you will find these loads. For example, 12 feet and 10,000 pounds, maybe there will be 10 feet and 2,000 pounds, and then maybe they'll pay a couple $1,000 maybe for that load. This is how you search loads for your box truck. So you can do this by zones, and again, use this. You can download for free and start using it. Guys, get a lot of value out of this. Please let me know in the comment below. And again, this is the email address. So if you wanted to send me an email, ask me a question. Thank you.